In the last cyber video, we talked about what social engineering really is. The idea that many cyber attacks don't target computers first, they target people. Today we're going one step further, because social engineering usually follows a small number of recognizable techniques. And once you understand those techniques, many scams start to look a lot less convincing. The most common social engineering technique is phishing. We've actually covered phishing before in several cyber videos about scam messages. Phishing is when attackers send messages pretending to be a trusted organization. Banks, delivery companies, streaming services, even co-workers or friends. The goal isn't to break a system, it's to convince you to click a link, log into a fake page, or share information. Phishing works because the message often looks routine, and routine messages don't usually trigger suspicion. Another common technique is impersonation. Instead of pretending to be a company, the attacker pretends to be a specific person, a manager, tech support, customer service, sometimes even a family member. The message might sound professional, or urgent, or unusually friendly, but the goal is the same, to make the request feel legitimate before you have time to verify it. Impersonation works because humans naturally trust familiar roles. Pretexting is when attackers create a believable story. For example, someone might claim to be from the IT department and say they need to verify your account. Or a caller might say they're helping resolve a security issue. The story is called the pretext, and its purpose is simple: to create a situation where sharing information feels reasonable. The technology isn't being attacked. We've talked about urgency before in previous cyber videos. Messages like "your account will be locked," "immediate action required," "final warning." Urgency is one of the most common social engineering tools, because when people feel rushed, they stop verifying information. Speed replaces careful thinking, and attackers rely on that moment of speed. We also looked at emotional triggers in earlier videos. Fear, excitement, curiosity, messages like "suspicious activity detected," "you've won a prize," "your package couldn't be delivered." Emotion narrows attention. When something feels urgent or exciting, your brain shifts into reaction mode. And reaction mode is exactly where social engineering works best. These techniques aren't new. In fact, they've existed for decades. What changes is the technology used to deliver them. Emails become texts, texts become messages in apps. But the underlying strategy rarely changes. Influence the person, and the system becomes easier to reach. You don't need to memorize every scam, you just need to recognize the techniques. Phishing, impersonation, pretexting, urgency, emotional pressure. Once you see the pattern, many attacks become easier to spot.
Cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary or complicated. Here in Zyber, we show you how to make it simple, practical, and even a little fun. Stay smart, stay secure. This has been Z. Till next time.